Japan, a land where ancient shrines stand beside futuristic skylines. A nation known for sushi, samurai, Shibuya crossing, and bullet trains. But beneath the surface of Japan's polished image lies a world of hidden truths, mysteries, traditions, and history the world rarely hears. Tonight, we're peeling back the veil on 10 hidden secrets of Japan, real, verified, and shocking in their own way. This is FactZone, and you're about to discover Japan as you've never seen it before. Fact 1. The evaporated people of Japan. Johatsu. The first hidden secret begins not with temples, but with disappearance. In Japan, there is a phenomenon called Johatsu, literally people who evaporate. These are individuals who simply vanish from their lives, not due to crime, not due to death, but by choice. They disappear to escape crushing debt, overwhelming work expectations, social failure, or unbearable stress. Official police figures record tens of thousands of missing persons each year, but sociologists and journalists believe the true number, the unreported Johatsu, could be far higher. These people don't just go missing, they erase themselves from the system completely. They give up their homes, jobs, bank accounts, and identities to start over in secret places like cheap lodgings, internet cafes, or abandoned towns. Some researchers suggest this phenomenon is unique to Japan's rigid and highly pressured society, where failure carries deep shame and leaving without a trace becomes a solution. This is a Japan few outsiders ever hear about. Time fact 2. Hidden Christians of Nagasaki, Japan is often imagined as a land of Shinto and Buddhism, but there is a secret thread of Christianity that survived centuries of persecution, hidden in plain sight. In the 16th century, Christianity spread in Japan under European missionaries. But when rulers banned it in the 1600s, Christians were hunted, tortured, and forced to renounce their faith. Many converts went underground and practiced in secret, disguising their symbols and rituals for more than 250 years. Even after the ban was lifted in the 19th century, these hidden Christians continued their faith in silence, blending Catholic prayers with Shinto and Buddhist imagery. Today, fewer than 100 of these secret believers remain on remote islands like Ikitsuki, preserving chants and sacred scrolls passed down for generations, a living relic of a faith once erased by fear. A P News Fact 3. Japan's village of scarecrows outnumber people. In the remote village of Nagoro in southern Japan, something eerie occurs. Here, the number of scarecrows as life-size, handmade figures dressed in clothes outnumbers the actual living residents by a massive ratio. When former residents leave this rural village for the city, an artist named Tsukimi Ayano began creating scarecrows to represent them. Their jobs, their families, their presence. Today, Nagoro is dotted with hundreds of these figures, sitting on buses, waiting at train stations, standing in schoolyards, silently watching life go by. It's a reminder of Japan's shrinking rural population and a haunting portrait of a community that time forgot. HollyMelody.com Fact 4. Japan's isolation that shaped its culture. You may know Japan as an island nation, but few know the extent to which Japan isolated itself from the world for centuries. From the early 1600s until the mid-1800s, Japan entered a policy called sakoku, a nearly complete ban on foreign contact. For more than 2 centuries, checkmark no foreign ships could enter port. Checkmark Japanese citizens were forbidden from leaving. Checkmark commerce was allowed only under strict conditions. This isolation was intended to preserve culture, but it also created one of the most unique civilizations in history, virtually untouched by Western influence until the 19th century. Today's Japan, from its language to its art to its social norms, is still shaped by this long period of separation. Reddit Fact 5, The Secret Origins of the Japanese Tea Ceremony. The Japanese tea ceremony, serene, ritualistic, and deeply symbolic, is one of Japan's most cherished traditions. But what many don't realize is that this ritual began not as a peaceful pastime, but as a spiritual discipline brought from China in the 9th century. A Buddhist monk introduced tea leaves in the early 800s, and over centuries, tea drinking evolved into an art and philosophy, where every movement, pause, and gesture reflects harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Far from being a simple cup of tea, this ceremony became a way to meditate, to show respect, and to embody a worldview, a hidden spiritual depth that most casual observers never see. Wikipedia, Fact 6. The Samurai War with Guns. When most people think of samurai, they imagine swords and honor in battle. But the samurai weren't always sword-only warriors. In 1543, firearms were introduced to Japan by Portuguese traders. Within decades, samurai were using guns, called arquebuses, in warfare before Japan's leaders suppressed the weapons to preserve traditional martial culture. For a period in Japanese history, samurai skill with guns was just as important as swordsmanship, a dramatic shift few outside history circles know about. Haruki Matsuo, -E-0924.wordifysites.com. Fact 7. Japan's oldest company. Ever narrator, Japan isn't just ancient in culture, it's ancient in business too. The world's oldest continuously operating company is in Japan. A construction firm called Kongo Gumi, founded in 578 AD. For more than 1,400 years, this company built temples, shrines, and sacred architecture across Japan, surviving wars, natural disasters, political upheavals, and centuries of change before merging into a larger firm in the 21st century. This is not folklore. It's a record of longevity unparalleled anywhere else on Earth. Cultural dispatches. Fact 8. The underwater post box that collects mail. In Wakayama Prefecture lies one of the world's most unusual post boxes, but you need scuba gear to use it. Installed more than 2 decades ago, this underwater post box sits 30 feet below the surface, officially recognized by Guinness World Records. Divers actually mail letters from here, enticing adventurers and tourists with a truly surreal experience. Japan's love for creativity and novelty sometimes literally submerges itself beneath the waves. TravelRib.com, Fact 9. Shockingly high earthquake count. Japan's beauty comes with a volatile heartbeat beneath the surface. This nation sits atop multiple tectonic plates and experiences more than 1,500 earthquakes every year. Most are minor, barely felt, but hundreds are significant enough to be recorded and studied. Japan's engineering, architecture, and disaster systems are world-leading, not because earthquakes don't happen, but because they happen so often that the country learned to adapt. TravelRib.com. Fact 10. Itako. Blind mystics and spirit mediums. Finally, one of Japan's most obscure cultural traditions, Itako. Itako are blind women historically trained as spirit mediums and shamans. Dating back centuries, they were believed to communicate with spirits of the dead, channel healing, and offer spiritual guidance through trance rituals. This practice was so embedded in society that, for a time, these blind women held a unique spiritual status, feared, respected, or misunderstood. In the early modern era, the government even outlawed their practices in an attempt to modernize medicine, forcing many into secrecy. Though rare today, the legacy of the Itako remains one of Japan's most mysterious cultural threads. Why these facts matter? So what do these secrets tell us? Japan is far more than the sum of its neon lights and bullet trains. It is a nation shaped by isolation, spiritual depth, survival, resilience, and mystery. From hidden believers to missing souls, from ancient businesses to underwater mailboxes. These are the truths Japan rarely shares, but the world deserves to know. If these hidden truths shocked you, if they made you rethink what you thought you knew about Japan, subscribe to FactZone for more unbelievable facts you won't find in textbooks, but that are real, verified, and absolutely fascinating, because the truth is stranger than fiction.